It's okay. I'm not good in tech. I hope that I will do everything properly. Okay. I hear myself. That means that we are live right now, both in YouTube and LinkedIn. And one more time, hello to everyone, and welcome to the third, I think, or fourth edition of special DeFi and crypto VC Shark Tanks by InnMind. So today we have super strong selected DeFi, NFT, and crypto startups, and really great, the most active VC investors who invest in DeFi and crypto startups from all parts of the world, both from Europe, from US, from Asia, China and Singapore, and that is really great company to be in. And I want to start with brief introductions of the investors, as usually, because each of the funds, they have their own specifics and their own added value that they bring to the project they invest in. So I kindly ask each and every investor to give a brief self-introduction of your fund and your investment thesis, and maybe your added value that you bring together with your. And I want to start with Alex M from Cryptomeria Fund. So Alex, can you please briefly introduce yourself? And
yeah, sure. Hi guys, first of all, I'm really sorry for my background. I'm just on the road. Didn't have enough time to be back to the office, but anyway, here I am. Well, so I'm Alex, I'm a part of Cryptomeria Capital. We invest a lot in different blockchain crypto projects all the world, and we act as strategic investor. We provide a lot of additional value, especially for scaling business models, products and businesses in Asia and especially in China. In China, we have one of the biggest, our own media group, which includes a lot of crypto media, a lot of communities, a lot of brands. One of them is Telegraph China. This is a well-known branch of leading Western crypto media. Yeah. So our at least for now, layer 2 solutions and some infrastructure projects. Happy to be here today.
Thank you very much, Alex, for this brief introduction. And I guess Alex was breaking up a little bit, so I will just repeat that. He's focusing, his priority are layer 2 projects and infrastructure projects, infrastructure for DeFi and NFT, correct?
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Nelly.
Okay, perfect. Thanks a lot, Alex. And I want to invite Jason Tolliver from Autonomy Capital to give a brief intro.
Hey guys, we're relatively new. We've been in the space as individuals for 5 to 6 years, so we have a pretty extensive network. But we recently incorporated within the last 6 months. We mainly invest in Web3, privacy, infrastructure, and various DeFi projects. And as far as added value, we've worked with multiple projects in the space, including helping launch a centralized exchange and some layer 2 protocols. And we have worked in marketing, and we focus a lot on early stage development, launching networks, value capture within the token economy, things like that.
Perfect, Jason. Thank you so much. And yeah, I know that you're also quite actively in investing since the beginning of this year.
Yes.
That's cool. I see that also our Chinese investor joined the session, Yushan Zhang from Waterdrip Capital. So Yushan, can you please introduce Waterdrip investment thesis?
Oh, yeah, sure. Thank you very much. Good to see you again, Nelly.
Same here.
Yeah, this is Yushan from Vol.3 Capital. So we are a crypto VC from China, and we are in Shanghai right now. And Vol.3 Capital was founded in 2017, and we have actively invested since then over like 200 projects from all over the world. And on top of investing, we also have our mining farms and many miners. So as you all know, recently there's some regulation in China about miners. Yeah, that's why I'm looking so, but yeah, generally it's okay. So it's no big news. I think it's all it's all accepted news. Yeah, no big deal. We have seen this such kind of regulation many times. So yeah, it's okay. So talking about the strategy of Vol.3 Capital, so we mainly focused on the infrastructure and some projects that have really applications. For example, the recent NFT is our favorite for now. So we have invested over 20 NFT projects. And also in the past year, we invested a lot of Polkadot Echo projects. And I think in the coming 1 year, we will still focus on NFT firstly, because the NFT projects are not hot enough, I think. And we think that the whole NFT projects, the whole NFT market will boom in the coming 1 year. At least in China, we have already seen this trend. And also, we will focus on some projects that is related to hardware. Let's say some distributed storage project or distributed computing project, and etc. Yeah, that's it, Nelly. Thank you very much.
Amazing, Yushan. Thanks a lot. And yeah, that's logical that you invest in NFTs, because China is one of the core markets for NFTs these days. And regarding the regulation issues, we all send you a lot of support and hope that you will solve them, handle them and navigate them very, very successfully. Thank you, Yushan. And then I want to give the word. You see, we are also navigating with investors from different regions. I want to give a word to Tom Schwartz from DeFi Capital. It is European VC.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Nelly, for having me again. Yeah, DeFi Capital is a traditional investment fund in a more untraditional market. We provide asset management services based mostly around DeFi. We invest in DeFi and use it as well to contribute to the adoption, create a financial return for our investors, and do so in a more sustainable and responsible manner. So no cowboys. We maximize our contribution through our services as an investment fund, but also write articles, in-depth reports, and do consulting for both companies and individuals. And we actively participate in a DeFi community, so in terms of voting, but also being a MakerDAO ambassador. And we've recently opened a new fund. We offer a range of funds, from directly investing in DeFi projects to our stability fund, which uses more stable coins to provide liquidity to key DeFi protocols, while also generating a more steady, low risk return. And this is a great way to diversify or hedge, especially when looking at periods like last week. Yeah, and our main goal is to help DeFi grow, and that's why I'm here today.
Thank you very much, Tom. And yeah, I know that you're also fundraising for your funds right now, yes? So you are investing, building the deal flow, and in parallel, you are increasing the fund's size.
That's correct. Yeah. So we do a lot of both at the same time. Like I said, we are always looking at new projects, but at the same time, we want to help grow the existing DeFi protocols that are actually, in need of liquidity, which is something that the whole DeFi space needs to move forward.
Okay, awesome. I know that especially in DeFi and crypto space, a lot of VCs collaborate with each other, and very often one VC can be LP and another VC, they are friends, co-investing together.
Definitely.
So yeah, if someone of you don't know each other, we will gladly introduce VC to VC as well after this session for you to establish relationship.
Always happy to connect. Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. And I want to give a word to Patrick Soch from Bedrock Capital, the VC firm from Singapore. Patrick?
Hey, Nelly. Thanks for having me again today. Yeah, pleasure to share the stage with all of you here. Anyway, I'm Patrick, and I'm the CEO of Bedrock Capital. So we are a venture capital based in Singapore. And we have in our investment manifesto is a focus on building a multi-chain future. And we have a really strong foothold in the Solana ecosystem because we have worked exclusively with a couple of the star projects like Radium Protocol, Step Finance, and some of the other Solana hackathon winners that from the previous season. And recently, we're also extending our investments into the other layer ones. And in short, we can provide network and resources to help you achieve your cross-chain needs. And if you're looking for a strong player in the APAC region when it comes to your go-to-market strategies and execution, yeah, we can, of course, connect after this. And I'm looking forward to the sharing from all the projects. Yep, thank you.
Thank you, Patrick. Yeah, I remember that Bedrock is very, very picky, but at the same time tries to do their best to provide a lot of additional support. Okay, and I don't see Jason. Jason, are you here? Okay, he will join a little bit later. Okay, and is there anyone from Moonrock in the chat? Sorry, guys, sometimes the names do not reflect real names. That is why I sometimes mix with the names. Okay, I guess that Moonrock Capital will join a little bit later, and then they will introduce themselves. And I want to say that today we have really special VC Shark Tank because we have first time our additional infrastructure partner, the IDO platform. Not majority, 100% of the startups from today, they will end up on IDO platforms, and many of them don't have yet any kind of relationship or access to IDO platforms. So today we have a Scaleswap, which is their layer 2 IDO platform, and we have both co-founders, Ralf and Stan, who despite the crazy busy schedule also joined us and ready not only to participate in the selection of the startups, but also co-invest together with investors here. So Ralf or Stan, can you please also briefly introduce your thesis?
Right. Not so long time ago, we were on a different role in the Shark Tank. Also enjoyed that very much. Yeah, now we are as an infrastructure partner, as you introduced us, IDO platform. We will launch very soon. And we are very interested in projects, especially that have a target IDO date from the second week of June onwards. So we are at the moment filling also the pipeline in that direction. It's fantastic, let's say, to be part of that Shark Tank in that new role, and to be a partner for this, and looking forward to the projects.
Cool, thank you very much, Ralf. And you forgot to mention, but you are humble, I'm not, so I can mention it on behalf of you. Ralf is one of the most, he has the really very, very deep knowledge of token economics. That is already proven by a lot of people in the industry and a lot of investors. So I think that is the added value also that Scaleswap can bring on the table as a seed investor, as the IDO platform, the support in polishing the tokenomics if needed, of course. Stan, do you want to add anything?
No, I think, first of all, thank you, Nelly, for inviting us. And as you mentioned, we are really crazy now in preparing our own IDO. And the last technical preparation are currently carried out now. And in some time, we will release good news to the community and to some investors here and to some partners. So really excited about this. And Ralf said everything. So we are looking forward to working with InnMind, with InnMind ecosystem, InnMind community, and also investor community. And we are this last step before public listing platform. So we are not a special investor, but we are the platform which allows later a good vital token involvement or token development.
And access to retail investors. And access to retail investors.
Yes, exactly. So we want to make, so we are after the private round.
Okay, Stan, thanks a lot. And right now we are jumping to the most exciting part of this evening, startup pitches. I just want to remind you that in addition to all of us here in Zoom, we have quite a number of investors and other startups watching us in YouTube and LinkedIn. So hi guys, and thank you for watching us. Leave your questions and comments to investors or to startups, and we will definitely reply afterwards. And I want to start with this startup from US officially, but team is based all over the world, and including Barcelona. The startup is called Lemonade Social, and we have 3 co-founders here in Zoom. So I don't know who will be pitching. We have Casey, we have Jacob, and we have Ipshita. So who will be pitching? Guys, unmute yourself. Lemonade.
Sorry, I'll be pitching. Hi, how's it going?
Awesome. Hi, Casey. So please share your screen and start. 5 minutes.
Awesome. Sorry, my laptop is lagging a little. Give me 1 second.
No problems. Now we see you.
Awesome. All right, guys. Hi, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the opportunity to present Lemonade. Lemonade is a platform that empowers the creator middle class. The problem that we're solving is that today the creator middle class does not exist. 98% of creators are making 2% of their revenue across all platforms, whether they're musicians, artists, stand-up comedians, mixologists, you name it. The reason for this is that the creator marketplace is broken. You need to have at least operationally be managing 4+ platforms in order to sustainably scale and monetize and engage your community, which is also a bad experience for the community, because even, for example, you wanting to attend an event, you have to buy a ticket on Eventbrite. Then you have to go on Zoom to participate in a social experience that's meant for a corporate setting. And you can't make friends and socialize there. And on top of that, then you have to go to Shopify or whatever other third-party e-commerce platforms to buy products. And creators are not being able to then split revenues without also going through a lot of operational hassles. Brands also at the same time, the smaller they are, the lesser resources they have. They can't afford A-listers or go through expensive agencies to do marketing. And there is no marketplace today that allows small, medium brands to get access to these grassroots creators to be able to create experiences at scale, which already represents 60% of their marketing budgets, or between sampling and advertising and event sponsorships. So our solution is very straightforward. A place where a creator can create a lemonade stand, which can have events, it can have shops, it can have social games, where guests can show up, socialize, buy tickets, products, donate, subscribe, all in one place. And brands, in order to come in to make this business model sustainable by having access to a marketplace where they can partner, sponsor, and give commissions on sales to creators with an organic engagement, as opposed to superficial advertising, which is cost per impression based. So far, we've proven this model with 1,800 creators who have been able to generate $350,000 of revenue with 29,000 creators, of which 50% have transacted for at least one event. And we've been able to do this with $0 in marketing and advertising, because creators that use the platform and brands that have worked with us refer other partners as well. And currently we have 30% retention on the platform. And a month ago, we received a $5,000 USDT grant to build our NFT platform on Layer 2 Ethereum on Polygon. And now we're converting pretty much everything from tickets to donations to products, everything into NFTs. And our NFT product marketplace will also have features which connect to offline venues and provide real life benefits. So these are overall the features that we bring together all in one place with good user experience that reduces your loss of conversion funnel from needing to go through multiple different platforms. And it also gives guests a way to meet cool new people without needing to swipe more and match more and pay Tinder and Bumble like dating platforms to make new friends. Our business model is very straightforward. We charge brands a $20 a month subscription on an average to use our features, which is Zoom 5.0. And creators get these features for free, where we collect a 5% service fees, or in some cases, 2% service fees to be competitive against OpenSea and Rarible, in order to cater to a community that's already using social media, which is using unethical ways of advertising and holding revenue that belongs truly to creators that generate organic revenue. The total addressable market size, the way we see, is all small, medium businesses today that are in the lifestyle fashion space that are on Shopify, Mercado Libre, Etsy, etc., being able to seamlessly integrate with our existing feature set and blockchain as a service and empower 50 million creators globally. Our go-to market is within 18 months to have 5,000 brands at an average of $20 a month subscription and empower 20,000 creators to be able to earn an average of $10,000 per year, because our vision is that every creator who is willing to work 40 hours a week for 11 months a year should be able to make a living. And through this process, we will reach a monthly recurring revenue of $100,000 per month and $10 million of commissions and sales. Within 5 years, our goal is to capture 10% of the total addressable market size. The world before Lemonade is pretty boring, where you have to go through multiple different platforms to achieve one objective, which is to be social and support creators, have a good time. The world after Lemonade allows you to do all of this in one place. And it also gives brands a channel for authentic advertising with a positive LTV to CAC ratio, as well as creators being able to earn a living. Our token economics supports the ecosystem across these 4 different avenues. Venues are our Lemonade places, which are preparing for the offline events market as well. So these 50,000 lemons, 50%, which is 20, sorry.
Yeah, Casey, 15 minutes, okay, or 15 seconds to finish, but you are over timing, sorry.
Okay, sorry guys. Like overall, what I can say is that 50% of the tokens are left for marketplace liquidity mining over 10 years in terms of weekly airdrops. We want to value 10% of the tokens for investors with the first round of sale at $600,000, 30 cents a token, and another 6% in the second round and 1.5% in the IDO process. And whatever the investors take as a vesting cycle, we will take 2x as team and advisors for that vesting cycle, because we truly believe in what we're building. And the token utility and structure will double up as a DAO and utility, where you'll be able to stake tokens to get super awesome access to features. Kind of like think of Rarible multiplied by 100, because our platform allows you to drop NFTs inside rooms and watch parties, to meet other people and trade NFTs inside events, and have an access to a virtual stage with ticketing, donations, and the ability to split revenue with unlimited number of co-hosts. And all of this is already live in fiat, proven as an MVP, now moving into the IPFS protocol in the decentral world. Thank you.
Thank you, Casey. I know that it's more difficult to be the first, so okay, let's consider that was more or less in timing, but I need to make it fair for everyone. Okay, so questions from investors. And by the way, I already started receiving in the messenger questions from the startups who want to get introduced to you, to Lemonade for collaborations. Good pitch. So investors, please unmute yourself and feel free to ask questions to Lemonade.
So I'm curious as to where the value of the token comes from and why you guys feel the need to tokenize.
Absolutely. So the first step to look at it is as a competitive moat against other competitors, like, for example, Eventbrite. So when creators are making a choice as to where to host their events, it's also what additional do they get on top of selling tickets. On the other side, it incentivizes the community because our tokens are also going to help you unlock super awesome features, get access to spaces and places and events and NFTs that you can't really get access to as features. So for example, we're integrating with Chainlink so venues and brands can collaborate with creators. So one pilot that we're going to launch is with a craft beer brand, where the super limited edition NFT in collaboration with an artist will unlock free beer for life, synced with off-chain data that can be dynamically updated, which are these bars and restaurants where these venues, brands want to partner with venues at. So there are these special NFT features that don't exist on any platform, where we bring in different sides of the ecosystem together to unlock special features. One example is, for example, being able to white label all of Lemonade on top of your front end in terms of storefronts or event fronts, and being able to stake X number of tokens in order to unlock this feature outside of the subscription fees.
Okay, I got you. Great. Thank you.
Thank you, Casey. I guess Tom also wanted to ask a question. Hello?
No, I'm all right for now. Thank you.
Oh, sorry. I have seen that you were kind of unmuted or whatever.
Oh, no, it was just a coincidence, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Yushan, NFT is your topic.
Well, actually, I don't have the specific question, but I'm curious. Did you adjust the evaluation according to this market situation? Because the market is going down recently, so I'm just curious. Yeah, is this the initial evaluation or you adjusted?
Yeah, initially, like the tokens were a little more like 50 cents a token, then 90 cents for round 2, and then 1.5. But then we brought it down. But one thing I would say is we're looking for investors that are not too much into like the short-term trading, but are long-term value, because we're going to drive a lot of utility with this token. So having tokens, again, give you access, irrespective of how much money you're willing to pay. You'll have to participate in the marketplace economy of buying and selling in order to get access to these tokens. So for us, we're looking for more long-term investors who believe in the fact that we need a decentralized social, not media platform, where brands and creators are empowered to earn most of the revenue that the users are driving as engagement.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Yushan. Thank you, Casey. I will introduce you to the investors who want to talk with you privately after this session. And I remember that you had some really important appointment later, so you can go a little bit earlier if you wish. Thanks a lot for your pitch. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
And I want to give the word to Purify and the founder, Slava Demchuk.
Oh, hello. Nice to meet you all.
Slava, 1 second, please. I somehow needed to unpin Casey.
Okay. Can you...
Casey, how can I unpin you? Because I guess that you remain in the main person in the screen right now.
Only if you just pin another person, he should automatically get unpinned.
Genius.
Can you pin, please, screen of Aaron, our co-founder?
Yes, could you add me, please? Hi, everybody. from Estonia.
Aaron. Okay, Aaron.
He's going to present our super hot pitch deck.
Sure.
Okay. Actually, we are based in 3 regions, mostly Estonia, Europe, Kiev, Ukraine, and Hong Kong. So also we have presence in UK, but okay, it's just small details before we could, let's say, share our pitch deck. Hey everybody. Hey everybody. Okay. I'm trying to share. Who's sharing the screen? Slava, could I ask you to share the screen? Could I ask you to share the presentation?
I can't do it. The only one person in the Zoom can do it.
Okay. Could you provide the ability for Slava to share the screen?
Guys, everyone can share the screen. We do not restrict this, so please.
Really?
Okay.
Just start sharing.
Thank you.
I can't do it. Sorry. Oh, yeah, I can. Yeah, good. Good.
And just a reminder, 5 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, it's fine. So, yes, let's start with that part. So I hope everybody with us. The main idea. I will be the first. I will be the first. Okay, we don't need actually 5 minutes. It's enough to understand what's going on right now. DeFi is growing. We all know it. And the big arrow why it's extremely interesting for institutional investors. Most of you are institutional investors, and you understand the problem with dirty money, because the dirty money, I mean, the bad actors with some shady capital floating inside that beautiful DeFi space. And the institutional investors and honest private investors need the vehicle, the instrument, let's say, to make themselves compliant with latest regulations. I mean, the FATF rules and all other European biggest regulators rules. So what we create, what we do right now, we create the very beautiful, seamless, simple vehicle to make yourself in a manner of self-compliance, create based on self-sovereign identity and verifiable credentials. So IML certificate. What does it mean? What does it mean? It means that when you let's say invest in any DeFi liquidity pool, you go through simple bridge, which gives you the certificate of the IML scoring of your funds, and also fixing the exchange rate for the taxation purpose. And that's the solution that will helps a lot of honest private investors and institutional investors. What's important, to get the clean money back. So it's a vehicle to, let's say, to make yourself compliant with latest regulations, still playing on that extremely interesting high ROI DeFi space. That's the solution. That's what we do. It's also beautiful solution for VASP. We have, as we are existing business, so it's based on our success as IML bot. So the Purify is just a new project for IML bot that already working with 180 VASP, and also our partners like Hacken Foundation working with biggest DEXs like 1H. So we're just creating something for DeFi space, what already working perfectly with sex spaces, and hand to hand with international regulators like FATF. We are building the peace of mind for every honest planet, or every honest player on the planet. So just for institutional investors and also for honest private investors, so they could invest and get that amazing ROI out of DeFi space. It's pretty much everything we are willing to share. It's our solution. We have no flippers, no cowboys approach to the investors we are willing to accept. We are actually seeking for smart money. what's beautiful in our tokenomics that most of the investments will be locked for the next 6 months. So what does it mean? It means no strange things going on with token. Only 700,000 worth of token will be unlocked during the public round, and most of the investors, we accept only just 50,000, no more than 50,000 worth of investment in our token. So it will be very distributed. It's beautiful, strong model, and I hope it will give the peace of mind for anyone willing to be part of our solution. We're already working with biggest DEXs, and we are sure that it will be the self-compliant standard for the whole industry, because the industry needs that, and regulators, or what's important, also needs that as fast as possible for DeFi to grow. That's all. We're waiting for your questions.
Thank you, Aaron. So questions to Purify. Alex?
Yeah, actually, I have one question. Thank you very much for your presentation. Could you tell, please, where are you right now in terms of your product development? Do you have any product, any MVP for now? And is it possible to test your solution in some cases for now?
Yes. It's already somehow developed because it's based on the IML bot project, and you could test it right away. Let's say investigate any transactions, decentralized or in decentralized exchanges or centralized exchanges. You could get the IML score of your funds right now, which is important if you are willing to, let's say, put your money somewhere. But it just we have extremely strong team of developers, and they just making it as Oracle-based solution for DEXs, but still it's already working. So we know what to do, and you could test it, and you could be sure that it will work also in decentralized manner. We just, let's say, restructure for the decentralized ecosystem, existing code and existing proving solution with, I think, at least Slava, proof.
Yeah, let me add a little bit. In terms of development, there are a lot of things that will be done since we are working both on in layer 2 space and on chain as well. So right now, as Aaron said, we can all we have right now is just checking addresses, and the rest of the protocol on development stage and on designing stage. We just announced our project probably 2 days ago. We announced it on a Hacken Foundation website. So right now we are in active development. Okay. I guess the MVP model we will deliver probably this autumn, this fall.
Okay.
Good.
It will be MVP. It will not be the full scale solution, but you can taste it.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure, Stan.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Thank you, Aaron and Slava. Regarding L2 solutions, so what L2 are you willing to use?
Good question. So from the very beginning, we thought we will build all these credentials on an NFT. But our CTO decided move toward the verifiable credentials and self-sovereign identity, which requires to build on off-chain. Those verifiable credentials should be stored off-chain, and only fact of proof of funds will be sent to on-chain fund.
What is beautiful in that solution, it's zero knowledge proof. So you are owner of your information, of your private information and your data, and that verifiable credentials and self-sovereign identity is beautiful in terms of creating the decentralized future. So and way more flexible than NFT. As a huge NFT fan, I have a lot of concerns. First of all, regarding that shift to self-sovereign identity, but still, right now, I understand that we create the future where we could be compliant with all that laws, but still we have all our data in our hands. So it's important in global scale also. Thank you.
So yeah, the storing and creating of verifiable credentials are part of off-chain.
Off-chain, you mean your own side chain compatible with Ethereum, right? This is what you're going to do.
Yes.
And then you have checkpoints, synchronization to Ethereum, or not?
Yeah, as well, Ethereum, and we are planning Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, and probably Casper. We are still on the negation phase with the Casper as well.
But for now, this AML bot, it just checks a huge database of fraud addresses, right? So you have collected this fraud addresses, and it's your data, and you make this cross check.
Yes, in our future protocol, ML bot will be one of the issuers. There are a lot of issuers as well. I mean, ML issuers or KYC issuers. ML bot will be only one of the data provider.
Okay, interesting.
Not the only one. Yeah.
Need to get in touch. It's highly required in this space.
Thank you.
Yeah, I guess. Thanks.
We will definitely introduce you afterwards if we did not do it yet. So don't worry about that. And I guess that we will have quite a number of introductions afterwards, guys. Good pitch, a good project, and I see a lot of activity in the chat.
Thank you for that opportunity. Thank you, everybody, for your time.
Thank you, Aaron and Slava.
Thank you.
And right now, I want to give a word to the startup Dark Block and the founder, Chris Celine. Chris, are you here?
I am here, yes.
Just a second, I will pin you. You can share your screen, yes.
Excellent.
Perfect. So 5 minutes are yours.
Excellent. Thank you, Nelly. Appreciate it. I am Chris Celine, and this is Dark Block. So people are paying real money for digital art for the first time. I'm sure you all have seen the headlines. Massive amount of money changing hands. We think it's a lot of hype. We also think there's a ton of value here. We think this is the future of digital art that we're witnessing right now. But digital art has been around for decades, so why now? And the answer is NFTs. I think everybody here understands what an NFT is, but we think it's just an NFT is just a certificate of ownership, and anyone can copy the art. I repeat, anyone can copy the art. And this is something that I think the rest of the world is really struggling to understand. You know, what does this mean exactly to buy an NFT? So we think it's symbolic ownership. So the purchaser of the NFT, they can feel more connected to the art that they are buying. They can take part in history that's in the making right now. But there's also a lot of speculation. But what if that ownership was not just symbolic? And that's where Dark Block comes in, and we call it guaranteed exclusive ownership of digital content. And what we mean by that is that the NFT will serve to unlock encrypted content that only the NFT owner can see. So the value there, we think, for creators is that they can create multiple representations of art. They can create a lower resolution version of the art to push out to social media. They can create a medium resolution version that serves as a print to sell to say 1,000 people. They could lock the very highly rare exclusive piece of content in a dark block, and only one person may have access to that. For collectors, we give them something that nobody else gets. So this is something that is very inherent in the physical world. When you buy a piece of art, you're the only person who has that piece of art. we're trying to bring that to the digital realm. And for marketplaces, we can give them a differentiator that helps them earn more revenue. We also have some ideas for how they can possibly turn this into a recurring revenue stream as well. So how does it work? So when a user creates an NFT, they will take the high resolution image that serves as the original piece of content. They will lock that into a dark block, which means basically they encrypt that art and they place it into a decentralized file store such as Arweave. There is a decentralized network that controls the encryption keys to decrypt that artwork, and they will need to use their wallet that proves ownership of the NFT in order to gain access to that artwork. So this is a decentralized platform. There are content gating mechanisms out there right now, but they're all centralized. We think that the world really needs a decentralized version of this in order to truly put the power into the people's hands. Now, this is a platform, not a product. We're not trying to be a destination site. We want to partner with other sites such as Lemonade and others here today. So please hit us up after this. We love to talk, but we want this to be a line item in the NFT minting process to allow creators to protect their content, to give the purchaser more value. So revenue model is we plan to charge a flat fee or percentage of NFT sales. We're flexible there. But we think that the big opportunity here is in our content rental protocol, which will allow people to rent art for short periods of time. So this is something that we think is made possible with digital art by Darkblock. This is something that happens in the physical world right now, where people rent art, but it's very cumbersome, very difficult for a gallery to rent art, or for a person to rent art for a party, let's say. This can be made much easier in the digital realm. But this is just kind of the initial starting point for Darkblock. We think there are a lot of different opportunities for this base layer protocol. We could facilitate a Spotify for art, which we think could be a massive business. We think that in the future, people will hang 5 to 10 art displays in their house and want to rotate that art out. And we think a Spotify for art is a natural fit for that future. We also think there's a big potential with big media. We think that they will start getting into NFTs very big in the next year. And we think that there's going to be a huge business there, and that studios will want to lock up that content in some regard. We also think that the future of decentralization on social media, it needs some sort of way to gate access to content in a decentralized way. If it's all centralized, then we might as well just keep using Facebook. So what's next for us? We are working very quickly towards an alpha release at the end of next month. It will be powered by a protocol that is delivered via some prototype devices that we will deploy, basically just Raspberry Pis with a trusted platform module to make sure that the keys are all secure and cannot be seen by us or by anybody. And then we will also contact artists to get them on board. We're using an ambassador program to help people understand the power that Darkblock can bring them, and the flexibility. And eventually we want to fully decentralize this protocol, make sure that anybody with a device that is approved by the network can power this protocol. So our team is me. I am a founder of 3 startups, 3 previous startups, I should say, 2 funded, 1 exit. So a lot of experience in the startup space. Ari Tomasin is my COO. He runs an agency out of Serbia right now. Dari Olsen is our head of product. A lot of experience with product design, also an entrepreneur himself. We also have partnered with Black Math, a creative firm out of Boston in Massachusetts. They have been helping us with branding and strategy, product design, as well as helping us reach out to the artist community that they are a part of. But we also have others that are helping with various pieces as well. So that's our team right there. So yeah, that's about it. We're looking for ambassadors, also partners. So anybody here who's pitching or just here to enjoy the show, please reach out if you'd like to be a partner. We're also looking for investors, so feel free to hit our Calendly and sign up for a meeting with us. Thanks very much.
Thanks a lot. Perfectly in time. And first of all, very good job regarding business development efforts. And we will gladly introduce you with Lemonade, as you mentioned, and also with a number of other startups that match with your business model. I like that you use all the opportunity, not only to get funded, but also to move forward with your business development. Great job.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you.
So, investors, please feel free to unmute yourself and ask questions to Chris.
Hello, Chris. Yeah, hello, Chris. This is Yushan from Vol.3, and I have a question. Do you want to can you explain a little bit about how do you resolve the problem of storage of NFT using your platform?
Sure. Yes. So we are using Arweave for the storage of the dark block, and there's a variety of ways that we can plug into NFT minting processes. You know, we're planning to at first launch with an Ethereum compatible product where you can upgrade an existing NFT, and you can upgrade either just by contributing the high resolution version unencrypted, or you can encrypt that version and place that on Arweave. And then our distributed protocol would allow you to access that if you are the NFT owner. So basically placing an encrypted file on Arweave.
Okay, got it. Thank you very much. Probably I'll reach you after the meeting. Yeah.
Okay, great. Would love to talk.
Yeah, sorry, I was muted. Thank you, Yushan. I know now that we need to introduce you to Chris. Chris, by the way, while other investors unmute themselves to ask you questions, we have also the question to you from the YouTube viewers. So can people just take a screenshot of the NFT after they decrypted it on your platform?
Sure. So yes, the answer is yes, but that will not be the original version. So the original version could be a very high, ultra high resolution image, or it could be motion, or it even could be an AI or a generative art piece. So we think there's a huge future in dynamic art, and just taking a screenshot of dynamic art is not very useful. But also taking a screenshot will not preserve its original resolution. And you'll be able to detect that it is a forgery. So we'll take a hash of the original version and be able to say whether or not you have the original or not. But we do see a future where there are forgeries, but people will want to know that they have access to the original.
Okay, perfect. My colleagues remind me that we are limited in time. So Chris, thank you very much. The rest you can answer in private discussions with the investors, with whom we will introduce you after the session, okay?
Thanks, Nelly. Appreciate it.
Perfect. Thank you for your pitch. And I want to invite to pitch the startup Tradelize and the founder Vitalis Elkins. Vitalis, are you ready?
Yep. Hi, guys. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to see you. Please share your screen and start.
Yeah, one moment. Here we go. So we position Tradelize as a LinkedIn for crypto traders and investors backed by real trading stats, but it is not really very comprehensive, as we're doing a lot of other things and providing a lot of professional features. I'll try to elaborate. So as for the problems that we're solving problems for both amateurs and professionals. As for amateurs, it's mostly that newcomers tend to lose money. It's just a matter of time, and market is still pretty shady. It is much better than it was like 3 years ago, but still. And for professionals, raising funds for management takes a lot of time. So usually it's a question whether you trade or you are raising funds, and it is really hard to prove trading skills. One problem that unites them all is that professionals and amateurs are disconnected from each other. As for solutions, we would like to build trading social And basically, copy trading solutions will help amateurs in first points that I mentioned before, and transparent statistics will also help both of them. Tradelize has a live product. We have been building it for 3 years. And at the moment, we support direct market exchange and provide direct market exchange to 9 exchanges, centralized exchanges. We're planning to add DEXs. So the global idea is to build a single gateway for all crypto trading, uniting CEXs, DEXs, sport market, contract market, and to add kind of social features in all of this to make crypto trading more social. As for the token, initially I didn't want to implement token for a very long time, as token market was really shady and most of the tokens was just crap and didn't have any clear utility. And during 2021, I've seen more and more projects success with good tokenomics and strong values. So that's how my own vision developed and grew. And speaking about Tradelize, our token is going to be engaged in several different products and processes. First of all is staking. Staking is going to be both for reward and for access. Second is copy trading. Tradelize token is going to be engaged in copy trading processes as a commission and in copy trading mining. And the next thing is governance. I'll tell you about it a little later. So here we can see copy trading economics. I will not waste time to describe some details, but the main idea is that commission will be distributed to 4 parts that you can see there, and then each transaction will burn tokens, so our tokenomics is completely deflationary. Here you can see a spreadsheet that describes staking processes, commission discount as BNB has, stake for access and products, and staking reward coefficient. Next thing is DAO investment fund. So idea is 100K that going to be collected from investors will form DAO investment funds that will be governed by token holders. It will support early copy trading offers, and therefore that's how we're going to solve the problem of chicken of the egg, because professionals that come early will get some followers to their copy trading offers from the early days. Another thing that we were thinking for a very, very long time, our envision moving toward gamification in crypto trading, and we would like to execute it using NFTs. For example, if you close your first deal in your life earning 100K US dollars, you'll get a unique NFT that will be shown in your account in Tradelize social network. So that's another kind of tool that will make trading more social. Here you can see token distribution model. Our main idea is that lockup periods will start by the time when we will implement token, at least in MVP version, to some of our features to support token demand from the early days. As I mentioned before, our product is live. Our company is bootstrapped, and we spent like 2.2 is written on presentation, but to be honest, it's like 2.5 by this moment. We've been building for 3 years. And on the left side, you can see our professional trading terminal. It is good for full-time professional traders, many of them that come from stock markets, that are used to Bloomberg terminal and all this complicated multi-screen stuff. And on the right, you can see our web terminal. It is more friendly for just average users.
Timing.
Yeah. So actually, it's the end. Here you can see roadmap. I also won't waste time on it. our team, it is mostly formed by developers because we were focusing hard on tech side during a long time. And basically, that's it. Thank you for your time. I'm open for any questions.
Yeah, thank you, Vitalis. Thanks for your presentation. And questions to Vitalis?
Yeah, I have a question. How do you see yourself separating from other projects who do similar things? Let's say eToro is the biggest one, but there are many more doing similar ideas.
Yeah, actually, eToro is a very good example, and I would say that what we are building is eToro for crypto. But as far as you know, eToro is selling not real assets. They are selling just contracts, so it's trading kitchen. And the second thing that also very important, we are building our go-to-market strategy is to build professional features, very advanced, to attract professional traders and to provide it for free or for staking. So, for example, we have very advanced features like depth of the market screener, and so on. Usually, they are paid for subscription in subscription model services, and our strategy is provide them for free to attract users.
I see, and I have actually a follow-up question onto that, because you say like eToro they use sort of not actual trading.
CFDs, yeah.
Yeah. So I assume that in your case you do actually trade on, let's say, a DEX, the actual assets. Is that correct?
We're providing multi-exchange access. So actually, Tradelize do not provide access to trading itself. So you're connecting exchanges using API keys. For example, you can connect Binance, OKX, and let it be Bittrex to your Tradelize account and trade it from one single account, see your whole portfolio, combining all exchanges, both spot and contract markets, again, in one single account.
So it's still focused around centralized exchanges then mostly?
Before we were focused on centralized exchanges, but now idea and one of the reasons why we're implementing token is to add decentralized exchanges as well, and to add decentralized trading and copy trading.
Right, because my question was actually, a lot of these traders, they use these DEXs to actively trade on. And for someone who's copying those trades with, let's say, a smaller amount of capital, that could become very expensive due to these fees, for example. And I was wondering if you've thought about that, or sort of combining this in one transaction, or how you think about that.
Yeah, first of all, we're planning to start with Binance Smart Chain, where fees are much lower. We're also considering some layer 2 solutions. Yeah, so that's the main points. And basic thing that in MVP, you'll just control your slippage, not to waste money on microtransactions.
All right.
Thank you, Tom, for your questions, and thanks, Vitalis, for answering
Tom.
them. By the way, we also have the question to you from YouTube, and they are asking on how do you avoid scammers joining your platform?
Yeah, very good question. Basically, we are building our platform to avoid scammers in the industry. So the global idea is that every profile in Tradelize network will be connected to exchanges. So all the track record will be transparent, and you'll see whether this account is trading for 2 months. So it is new account and it is hard to trust it, or whether you see like 3-year statistics with all the required data like maximum drawdown, return on investment, and so on. So our goal is to build a benchmark when every user can study profile and make his own decision whether to copy trade him or just trust him or not. And our goal as a platform to provide more information and provide it the right way.
Perfect. And the last question to you from the chat. The rest you can answer in the private communication with investors.
Yeah, sure.
So the last question is, it seems that you are perfect fit to the Purify. Is it that true?
I would ask to specify what does they mean under perfect fit?
I think they mean that previously we listened to the pitch of another project, Purify.
Yeah.
That seems to provide solution that perfectly matches yours. So you don't know yet, yeah? You need to explore.
Yeah, sure, because technological side is pretty complicated, and we personally, our team spent a lot of time to match it is very hard to match statistics from every single exchange with another one to have data that is standardized for the user. So.
Okay. Thank you very much, Vitalis. And yeah, let's move forward. Great pitch.
Thank you.
Right now, I want to give a word to another startup called Cloud Art, and the founder, Yuri Z.
Hello, everybody. How are you?
Hi, Yuri. Perfect. Please share your screen.
All right, let's go. Before I start, just props to Chris. I think what you guys have built is amazing. We have to talk afterwards. Yeah, so my name is Yuri. Nice to meet you all. I'm the founder of Cloud Art. And today I'll be talking mostly about NFTs and creator economies. I've started in the NFT space back in 2018. So I'm super excited where we see the whole industry has evolved into. I'm happy about it. There's a lot of challenges that can be solved in this space still. We saw a really great opportunity with content, namely social media content and empowering creators. So most of creators and influencers have an ongoing monetization issue. They have to rely on big tech and media, and consequently don't have that much creative freedom if they want to make money. At the same time, NFTs can be a really good revenue source, but the NFT market has become really oversaturated. So it's hard to determine, especially with the art, right? With all the art out there, it's hard to determine a value of an actual art piece. And we think we have a better solution, one that could drive the creator economy into the future. And not just for visual artists, but basically for anybody who has a social media account. More than 160 million new posts are created every single day. An infinite amount of content already exists for millions of fans and followers. Why commission an artist to do the content for you? Your social media, your Instagram, is a curated collection of moments. Each image is carefully taken, even up to 10 times on average, filters applied, equipped with the right description, hashtags, and then it gets approved by your community. So you get the vetting process. If you get 10 million likes, it's good. If you get 6 likes, it's bad. But the crux of it is that content is only active or kind of like on there for 48 hours. And after that, it just sits there waiting for somebody to scroll down endlessly to find it. So you're leaving all that value and all that cloud out there. And we think we can monetize that. So that's why we build Cloud Art. So Cloud Art is a microservice and a marketplace for NFTs that are created from social media content. And at the same time, we are a creator economy platform for creators and fans who can interact through props tokens. Props is intentional. So props where props is due. I'll get a bit into the token part at the end. But at the core of what we're doing lies a proprietary algorithm that takes all the available data, so not just the likes and the comments of a single post, but everything we can get, and determine the value of it before we turn it into art. The real market value of an NFT, however, doesn't come from minting an NFT, and that's a secret. It comes from deleting the original post. And I don't know if you're following this space, but on Saturday, Origin Protocol did a Charlie Bit My Finger YouTube, the most viral video on YouTube, I think. They did an NFT sale where they sold it for $800,000, and afterwards they deleted it. And I think that's the only way to do this. On the other hand, we have the dynamic creator staking pools, which allow fans to stake with their favorite creators with the promise of getting a portion of their revenues, incentivizing both the creators and the stakers. But also, it's not a regular staking pool, and we're not doing social creator tokens. What we are obsessed with is TVL, total value locked. So the value inside a single pool is the TVL for a creator. Creator doesn't have access to that, but based on that size, he gets incentivized. So we have an alpha ready. It's not public. If you want to try it out, please let me know. I'm happy to share it with you. I'll give you the password. You can play around a bit. You don't have to delete the actual post in the alpha version. Don't worry about that. We're doing a token sale, raising 2.3 million. The token distribution is built out of the pre-minted, and out of the portion, 50% of the tokens are going to be creator adoption mining. So we are basically, as we adopt more creators, we're going to be releasing and distributing more tokens into the ecosystem. The seed round is closed. We are in very good discussions with 2 launch pads. With one, we're even discussing an exclusive. So it is a very hot product. So yeah, alpha version is complete. We plan to launch the full public version in July. The TGE and the private launch will be in June. I'm moving fast. I'm unconscious about time. So like I said, I've been in this space since 2018. Josh is an experienced and well-known figure in crypto. He's doing audits for exchanges. Nate is actually the youngest member of the team, but an incredibly talented engineer, and he runs the dev operations team. On the advisory side, we try to include the smartest people we could get from every single vertical. So from NFTs, from social media insights and analytics, from DeFi, the corporate part, and also marketing. We also have very strong advisory partners. So that is it. I have a very nice chart here on the tokenomics, but I can go into that separately if anybody's interested. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for respecting time, Yuri. You're perfectly in time now. And questions to Yuri? Well, and while everyone is, standing.
I have a question. Thank you, Yuri, for the pitch.
Sure.
So what NFT technology are you using? Your own creation or some ERC 721? So what is the
So
tech?
you're asking me which standard are we using?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we started, so the current alpha version is an ERC 721. We plan to do that on Binance Smart Chain afterwards. So we're going to migrate to BSC version of ERC 721.
Okay.
Did that answer the question?
Sorry?
Did I answer your question?
Yes, you did. So if you sum up your platform, the platform allows to mint every digital content into the NFT, right?
Not really. So we're focusing on social media content. Right? We think the content of nowadays, the content of the generation we live in, is mostly in the social media. We're starting with Instagram. We're moving later to TikTok by the end of the year and Twitter at last. But that is the content we're trying to. So it's very easy to just get a post, and then go on OpenSea and mint that image. That's not what we're doing here. What we're trying to provide is basically like a protocol or a process where you have to follow certain rules, where you have to take all the data that exists, we wrap that up. We take all the cloud. That's why it's called cloud art, and we mint that, and then we make sure that the original is deleted. That way, we're moving all that value, transferring it to an NFT, and then storing it on chain for the future generations. And I'll give you just a brief example. I mean, I like to talk about Cristiano Ronaldo. There's this post where he joined Juventus, where he has his jersey basically pictured. And that post has millions of likes, numerous comments, right? Nobody is looking at that right now. It's just sitting there. What we propose is we have a process to do that. So to take that post, give it a score, transfer it into an NFT, and then once you delete the original post, you basically have minted the NFT, and then you're able to sell it. There's no telling what you could do. I mean, there's just so much content on social media. If we start using this, we'll be busy for the next 3 years, I think. Just finding the best posts and minting them and sending them into the markets.
Yeah, this was exactly my fear, but you answered the question.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good. Now fear is removed. And Yushan, I know NFT is your passion, so please.
Yeah, thank you, Nelly, for giving me the chance to ask. Yeah, I do have a question. So you mentioned that you will deploy your product firstly on Ethereum and then goes to BSC, the Binance chain. So how do you resolve the cross-chain issue? So will the same post NFT available on both platform, or you will abandon the Ethereum later on?
Maybe that didn't come across right. So what I said was we are sitting on top of Instagram right now, but we are launching on BSC first. We are in discussion.
Okay, firstly, BSC. Okay.
Yeah, so we are doing it on BSC, and for obvious reasons. I mean, like, you probably know that Binance is launching their own NFT marketplace next month. Yeah, so it's a really strong community, and the fees are much lower. We haven't talked about any layer 2 solutions yet, so maybe that's discussion we need to have at Scaleswap. But yeah, the plan we have right now is BSC.
Okay, thank you. Got it.
Thank you, Yushan, and thanks a lot, Yuri. Right now we can move forward, and you can continue talking to investors and potential partners after the session, okay?
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. And by the way, I just remind that each and every investor already received and will receive from us, again with the reminders, all the links to your startup profiles. So be sure that your pitch decks are updated there, so you don't have some outdated information. I know everything changes literally every day on some of the projects. And right now I want to give the word to the NFT Moon Metaverse, and the founder, Alexey Zhukevich, is here, but we will hear the presentation by Maxim Nedobor. Maxim? Maxim, are you ready?
Sure, yeah, hello.
Hello, please share your screen.
Sure. So, thanks everyone. My name is Max. I would rather go with Max.
Okay, Max, sorry.
Yeah. It's okay. It's just a small hint. And I represent NFT Moon as a marketer, as a senior marketer of the project. And we're building the Metaverse blockchain where people would meet on the edge of gaming and alternative universe experience, let's call it. So yeah, let's move forward. Yeah. So what the problem is, which we are addressing, people right now are a lot into gaming, and gaming is a great thing, but there is one obvious downside of gaming. You can't really take advantage of any in-game item, and you're treated as some sort of nerd collecting all this cosmetics in different games. And on the other side, there is DLT technologies, blockchain and NFT, where you can basically tokenize almost anything, put it on chain, transfer it at a value, and I don't know, speculate on this. So that's where NFT Moon Metaverse is. We are trying to penetrate the globally growing market of gaming, which is like growing year on year, 10 to 30%, especially in the Asian region. And yeah, everything's in place for us. Corona thing came and all the lockdowns had people hardly, and they're bored at homes. They're willing to play with something, and here is something where they are the actual owners of their items to play, and they can tokenize some items from other parts of their lives. So yeah, this is actually, I've teased our solution. We are trying to, and we are planning and have like negotiations done with the developers to create a metaverse. So what we'll do is we'll take the actual Moon landscape and split it into segments and release them at the NFTs, creating sort of alternate metaverse of the Moon. That's why we are called actually the NFT Moon. And people who own these certificates would be able to benefit from getting our digital assets, which are distributed to them, getting the platform fees for exchanges of these NFTs, and actually building almost anything they want on their piece of Moonland. Let it be an art gig or a, let's say, music event to distribute your music NFTs. So they can do all kinds of stuff, build, I don't know, agglomerates, economies, and moving forward to what was done. We've already planning to mint like 10K of NFT Moon certificates of different types. And good news is that right today we've minted one of the Genesis one, the highest quality ones, and it's already available on OpenSea. So we're like slowly but steadily entering the OpenSea market with our certificates and giving obviously a huge benefits to early investors. So yeah, you might want to investigate it on OpenSea on our website. So what are our desired user story? People get certificates, people get access to their plot of land on Moon. They want to, I don't know, farm something on it or build something on it. They can do this. They can tokenize something and put it on their piece of metaverse and then exchange it with other players, or I don't know, stake it somewhere and look for someone who will be accepting this as a stake. So this is what a metaverse actually is, an alternative reality in your devices. So moving to competitors, there are quite a few, and there are questions why we are better or why we deserve the place to be among them. And the answer is easy. All of these projects are relatively, let's say, on the market for a certain time. And since then, the industry emerged, and we are looking to develop a better technical stack and make the user experience better, because it's really something that drastically lacks for all of these products. And on the other side will be sort of a one-stop shop where you'll be able to host almost anything in your piece of land. So we are not limiting people to certain interests. It can be sort of an omegle for blockchain world where you can post whatever you want on your piece of land and chat with anyone. So yeah, these are the brief intro of the revenue streams which we foresee having, and I won't stop a lot on them because I've got time issues as I see.
Actually, you got, let's say, 10-15 seconds to finalize because you're out of time.
This is a little bit of our traction. So we've already placed like 26 plots and they were sold. And we are getting some nice traction on our website with like thousands of people incoming per month, and we hope to make it per week very soon. And here is our roadmap, which is kind of getting really hotter and hotter till the Q3 of 2021 and Q1 of 2022. Here is our team. It's Alexei focusing on IT development, and Sergey focusing on biz dev, and me focusing on marketing. And here is our ask for invest rounds. We're discussing options. Right now, this is quite a few of them, so feel free to reach us out. We are the emails provided, and here are some of the really sneak peeks on token metrics, which you can access by reaching to us. Thanks for the attention. I'm open to answer any questions on your side, and yeah, hopefully there are quite a few of them.
Yeah, thank you, Max. Thanks a lot. And questions to Max and NFT Moon Metaverse.
I have a question.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you know the project Mars4.me?
Sorry?
Do you know the project Mars4.me?
Nope, I didn't hear of it. If you share it, the URL of it, I'll definitely look at it.
Absolutely, because it was we were recently in touch, and it was a pretty similar approach, but with Mars, not with Moon. You know? So
wow.
Therefore, I was just wondering if you were somehow in contact.
No, it's really. So yeah, all the coincidences are random, I'd say. But yeah, if you can send me the URL, I'll definitely take a look at them.
Okay. And do you also plan to have kind of farming staking in your token economy?
So I wouldn't call it a actual farm or stake mechanics, because the industry itself is, it's treating farming and staking as a separate thing, while we're moving more towards all-in-one experience of a game and let's say a universe actually. So this won't be like playing staking and just give this amount of tokens and that amount of tokens and get an LP and you're good. This would be some sort of tied to game mechanics, and this will bring more of a role experience to you rather than just press the stake button and wait until you get rich or you get flipped by the tokenomics of a new farming thingy on whatever chain. So yeah, this is more about role play game on our side. But yeah, staking is an option to interact with people and let them participate more in our user journey and our gaming experience.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. Great question, Tom.
To follow up on that, because you say you're focusing more on the game aspect of it, and in what sense does a user interact with the game? Like how do I, is it on a web based, or do I actually download the game and have a sort of visual around me where I can partake in? Or
so as I said, the whole of the project is to sort of create a metaverse of Moon, and we're in early stages of product description, and we're setting up our first modules, but most certainly this will look like some sort of moon surface with additional items placed by each owner of each plot. So the interaction between these would be as easy as interaction with the Google Maps. So you want to find a cafe like nearby, you just go on Google Maps and find a cafe. So that what would happen on the NFT Moon Metaverse. You're willing to, interact with people with similar interests than you. You go to the map, or you go to your interface and browse for similar types of things built on top of the Moon plot. So this is it.
But is that, so like I said, is it in a web based, or do I actually am in a game environment, or how should I say that?
It's the technical details, but most certainly we'll try to push it on web basis and desktop both because of the productivity issues. But yeah, having an MVP on web basis is almost the fact. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Tom, for your questions, and thank you, Max, for your answers. You can continue talking to partners and investors afterwards privately.
Yeah, we're happy.
Yeah, thank you. And by the way, just to make everyone even more positive, I'm not trader, so I'm not very much aware what's going on the market, but we all know that last weeks it was a bit stressful situation for many players here. And I just got the information from startups in the chat that everything is green again and growing again. So hopefully it makes you happy and even more motivated to increase your portfolio with the new deal flow. And right now, I want to give a word to the startup from France called Point DeFi. And we have two co-founders here, Badri and Bertrand. Bertrand will be pitching. So please share your screen.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Badri. Oh, so you will be pitching.
No, Bertrand will pitch.
Yeah. You will be sharing, Bertrand pitching. Okay, so 5 minutes. Please go on.
Great. Hi, I'm Bertrand. I'm with Badri. We are the co-founder of the project of Crosspoint. Crosspoint is an automatic trading algorithm with the intelligence given by quant and financial experts. We call automatic trading because it's a bot 24/7. Here are some problems that investors are facing every day when they trade. FUD, FOMO, those words apply for humans because we have emotion, we have sentiment, we have fears and doubt. Then the psychology have important impact on traders' decision making. Second, we always try to buy high and to sell, to buy low and to sell high. But at the end, we have less token in the pocket. We all love Doge. BTC is considered as a father, or Solana and Matic are good for protocol. We love to hold, and the risk of losing all during bear market. The solution is our product. The concept is quant and technical analysis based on mathematical series and predictive on Fibonacci models on different time range. We also generate profit alpha by capturing volatility in the bull and bear market. Third, it is tradable live on Binance today on 30 tokens, and by the end of the year, 100 tokens on 10 exchanges managed by API. The algo is nothing without human. That's why robot and human has to work together. Second, we follow the algo signal. When to buy, when to sell, there's no sentiment behind the trade. That's the power and strength of the algo and bot. Third, trading conviction or trading with technical analysis are good, but Crosspoint is also an alternative solution to diversify the portfolio. There's two business models. The first business model is the SaaS. We provide signal through APIs to investor who wants to trade. And the second, we plan to set up regulated long and short pool on DEX, and we will do also farming. There's two business models with one core product, the algo. Competition. The competitors are just young born. Pionix, 5 billion a month, 100,000 users with 12 automatic tools. Crypto Hooters, 79 million traded execute. Quadency, 1 billion under asset management, 3 billion traded. For us, we think there are still room for new players in the beginning ecosystem. If we compare to sectors as Forex or stock market, crypto ecosystem is nothing to be jealous. We are already very competitive, even above. If we check on the market size, there is a 290 billion of volume trade on the 5 first token. Plus, there's 40 million accounts open today on the top 3 or top 4 exchanges. On the data side, if Crosspoint capture out of the 290%, 0.01% of the market share, and with the fees of 0.05%, we can make 5 million a year. It means that with 0.01%, it's $29 million a day per trade. And if we capture 0.05% of market share, we can make 73 million a year. Just consider that this is the model is just on one single trade. And we don't talk about management fees or performance fees. On the second model, if we capture 0.01% of the market share of the 40 million account open, is about 40,000 users. With $15 a month, we can make 720,000. Today, Pionix have 100,000 accounts. Just make the calculation and make by 20. Our objective, we have dedicated 2 years of time to make the model to go live. And we are working today to do live on 10 other platforms. Our challenge is to create a regulated pool on Solana and Serum. We approach VC to scale up our business, and we would like to raise funds for one purpose, the development of Crosspoint on the 2 models. We consider VC as a partner that can give us advice on our approach, can give us advice and insight, and introduce us to new business. The potential market is enormous. scalable, and fast. Thank you for your attention and look forward for your question.
Thank you, Bertrand. Thank you. Perfectly in time. So questions to Bertrand and Crosspoint, which was really needed when all the market was very, very red.
Okay, I've got a question. So you mentioned 100 pairs on Binance. I guess my concern is the liquidity for all of these pairs. Like, due to the lack of the liquidity in the space, do you like limit the position size per wallet to avoid slippage? How does that work?
In fact, we try to today. This is we have a centralized exchange and decentralized exchange, and the point is by the time I know that liquidity from one platform, if we hit 25 million in one time, it will be saturated. Then the best way is to diversify in one signal through different platforms, decentralized and centralized.
Okay, thank you. That's great.
Thank you, Jason. Alex, I know you want to ask a question.
Yeah, actually, I have a pretty simple question. You said the core strategy is quantitative strategy, but majority of quantity strategies, they have a limit for amount of funds under their management. So what's your limit? What the huge sum you'll be able to manage with your quantitative strategy?
Can you repeat, please, your question?
Yeah. So my point is, majority of quantitative strategies, they have a limit for operations for really huge funds. Yeah, it means, for example, you can use your quantitative strategy for $20 million under management, but it's impossible to use a majority of quantitative strategies for, let's say, $100 million under management. So my question is, what's your limit for funds under management for your current quantitative strategy and your next quantitative strategy? How do you plan to solve this issue?
Right. We have a different model. In fact, this is all are based on the Fibonacci, and we have a strategy with one token. We have strategy with 30 tokens at the same times, and we have a different strategy based on the investors, let's say, point of view also. Then we sometimes for one strategy, we can go to a fundraise to 10 million, 20 million.
Okay, got it. And is it possible to share some track record of your strategies, just to see historical performance?
Yeah, we just started to launch it in production. This is why now we don't have a track record, but I can show you. I can share my. I can share the Binance.
I think,
Yeah.
but I think that. Alex,
yeah, we can do it privately. Yeah, we can do it privately.
Can do it privately if you want. And just also one point more. Is that this strategy is based on the mathematical models, and it is a non-linear model. And we have also a view on multi-time frame. I mean, when the strategy is deployed, it's not deployed in only one time frame. It can be deployed simultaneously in different kind of time units and time frame.
Okay, So, Badri, Bertrand, thanks a lot for your presentation and answers. I will connect you with Alex afterwards, and I remind you that I need your updated pitch deck because you did not update it yet on the platform. So please send it to me as soon as possible and update it on your InnMind profile, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Perfect. And you can continue communicating privately with Alex and other investors who want to talk with you. Thank you, guys. And last but not least for today, another startup, Fanadise, and the founder Bartek Sidija. Bartek, I hope that I properly pronounced your family name.
Yeah, kind of. Like it was pretty much correct.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just share a screen. Just give me a second. Is it like a full screen or is it? Oh, it should be now.
Yeah. Right now.
Yeah. It should be now. Okay, so it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for an invitation. And I will introduce you today to the Fanadise. 6 years ago, I started influencer marketing agency in Poland, and this time no one believed in potential of Instagram influencers, not even saying about TikTok. And now we got a 2021 and influencers need more than ever before. Kylie Jenner, who became the youngest billionaire in the world and the first influ billionaire, or Jake Paul or Paul Logan or the Beeple. And we're still believing it is just the beginning. So what is Fanadise about? Fanadise is a paradise where for creators, for influencers, and also for their fans. So what we basically do, we are giving power back to creators so influencers can directly monetize their work with a new revenue streams. And what was also super important, fans are no longer a passive followers because they can collect, stake, buy, resell NFTs of any creators. So fans can grow together with the influencers and be part of this journey. Fans are turned into the owners. They can also make money, which has probably never been done before. And what's another foundation of Fanadise is we believe that with the new generation, digital goods will become as important as those physical one. And for example, today, Instagram badge, like this blue verification badge, people can pay million for it. And for them, it can be more important than having a Lambo on the parking. And this is really important transformation, which is going with the new generation. So we believe in the future, NFT will not only be about investing, about allocating money, but also about defining yourself in the digital world. So you will be like building this way your digital social status. And why we think Fanadise, because there's a lot of project right now, why we think Fanadise will win. So I will start with the founders. My name is Bartek Sibiga, and I am CEO and founder of DDOB. This is one of the biggest influencer marketing agency in Central Eastern Europe. We work with clients like Coca-Cola, Samsung, or L'Oreal. Jakub Chmielniak, who is CEO of Fanadise, he's the best guy I ever met doing e-commerce. He's owning his own e-commerce system like Shopify with 100,000 clients around the world. And then there's Stuart Barton, who used to be an influencer. He got 8 million fans. So he got another point of view from the influencer side. And we are basically transforming years of influencer marketing, gaming, and e-commerce and crypto experience into this new revolutionary project. On Fanadise, you will have a different type of NFTs, it can be a content NFT, experience NFT, service, merch, and generally all which you can connect to influencer. All of the NFTs will have different total supplies and different level. They can be common, rare, of course. A higher level, it means more valuable. The NFT will be combined into the packs. So better packs you buy, or because the packs will be also coming from subscription, so that the better subscription you got, the bigger chance to draw higher level NFT. So basically, what can a collector do on Fanadise? Of course, they can buy and sell and resell NFTs, but they can also fan up them. Which going to be a new system for upgrading NFT. So we can upgrade 5 common NFT into 1 rare, and then you are burning the old one. It's something we want to used for bringing more liquidity into NFT space. You can also use and burn experience NFTs and service NFTs. You can, of course, swap NFTs. You can stake fund tokens to get a higher level and a better NFT. And you can buy a service you cannot get anywhere else. And that's generally the tokenomics and the use case of the fund token. So to do it, you need to also have a fund token. Like you got many benefits when you're having the fund token doing it. So we are using the best practices from the gaming industry, the innovative tokenomics. And what's really important, we are also planning to spread, like our target, it's not crypto people. We want to spread adoption of crypto around the influencer funds. And we believe in this way, and with this tokenomics, with burning system, we also solve the problem of liquidity in NFT, which longer term will just make Fanadise the winner. We already signed influencer with over 100 million fans, even though we only launched free profiles on the MVP stage. We already signed 100 million, influencers with 100 million fans. So generally, we believe that with Fanadise, we can shape the future. With our experience, we can shape the future of next generation social media, which is going to be totally different than Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, so social media you know right now. And yeah, just come and join us in this journey.
Thank you very much, Bartek. You were perfectly in time. Thanks a lot.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
So questions to Bartek and Fanadise. And I guess that Yushan will be definitely among those who want to ask questions. Yep.
Yeah, thank you, Nelly. I do have a question. So do you have some followers or initial users for your product?
Yes, yes. We did an MVP, but MVP is without NFT minting. It was just a service for the private content and the private services, the private experience. So we did MVP, which went really good because we tested our user acquisition and business model. And from this MVP, we know that, for example, influencer with 1 million followers was able in 1 month to bring 3,000 subscribers, and already he got a revenue of like $4,000 or $5,000 per month because it's in the subscription model. Yeah, it means if we onboard all those influencers, we should be getting revenue around 400K. And yeah, and that's just the beginning because we are still MVP stage. So we're gonna launch this NFT part probably in June, and that's when we're gonna also start like onboarding more creators we already have signed.
Yeah, thank you very much. Sounds perfect.
Thank you, Yushan. Other questions?
May I ask you another question?
Sure.
Oh, really interesting. If it's for general public, what's your approach towards payment processing? Will you accept Visa on MasterCard? Because it's extremely important for that type of economy.
Yeah, sure. Because it's gonna be like service and experience. NFT will be added as something special. Already we are using Stripe, and we are also talking with Stripe for bigger cooperation. And you know what's really important about this project? We're gonna onboard people step by step. So they will first come to just buy some service. Then they're gonna receive NFT. They will see, oh, this is something, I don't know what is it, but it got some value. So they're gonna be getting into and then we will bring them to fund tokens, and then to creating wallet, etc. It's like step by step, like in the game. You know, in the game when you're playing something and you're not paying, it's cool for 1 day, but then everyone is, ahead you. So you need to buy some gems or something. And it's exactly same model. Like, I was thinking about this project like really long, but what Robinhood did with investing and what Revolut did, like in Poland, Revolut, the young people are investing in Tesla, and it is like one button, buy. So we believe with simple UX and UI, we can do it really easy. We can really spread adoption of crypto space.
Perfect. Bartek, thank you very much. I think you can continue talking with investors privately.
Sure.
Because I see that you created quite an attraction.
Yeah.
And thanks a lot for your presentation. And before we finish, I just want to remember that we will do introductions between startups and investors from this session directly in the chat on InnMind platform, so that you can communicate, schedule calls, and privately discuss the deal. We will support it with all InnMind resources. And before we finish, traditionally, I want to ask investors to give your advice. In particular, last time you shared your advice in general for crypto and DeFi startups. This time, I know that each and every of you has quite a number of NFT startups in the portfolio and also different trading solutions. And today we had NFT and trading startups and social media startups. So can you please give one advice what they should be aware about? What is the most important for them to keep an eye on, to stay on a kind of safe side, or to avoid risks and typical mistakes in this NFT, DeFi, crypto sector? And maybe considering the difference in the time zones, maybe Yushan and Patrick, being in the Asian part, will start answering. So Yushan, do you want to start?
Okay, yeah, just give a little bit opinion about my thinking on NFT. You know, NFT is not like FT. It's not like Bitcoin or any other altcoins. So it has low liquidity. So the most important thing for all these NFT projects is to think about how you can sell your NFT, or who will buy your NFTs. So that's why I'm focusing on searching for some projects that will provide liquidity, or the cross-chain swap, or some solution to get more exposure among those traditional buyers or traditional collectors. Yeah, this is why, because it has low liquidity. You have to find your collectors or your buyers firstly. That's very important.
Oh, perfect.
Yes. So sometimes I see a lot of NFT projects. They are making fancy stuff, and they are making very good platform. But if no one uses it, yeah, it's useless. Yeah, this is just my opinion. Thank you very much.
So it's like know your customer, but not from legal perspective, from business development perspective.
Yes, definitely.
Perfect advice. Thank you, Yushan. Thanks a lot. Patrick, do you want to be the next to answer? I remember that. Yeah, you need to go to sleep soon.
Yeah, it's actually 1 a.m. in the morning here. Yep, I couldn't have worded it better than Yushan. I think he raised a really good point. I guess on top of that, for NFT-focused projects, you really have to care about the community that you're building your NFTs around, because in essence, that is the thing that's going to carry you to the success. And I mean, community being, they're going to be your users, right? They're going to trade, they're going to give you the volume, the volume on the market in terms of transacting these NFTs. So when you are building your go-to-market strategy, please put a lot of attention on your community engagement. So you gotta get the right partners to build the right narratives, and your brand voice has to be set from day one, and you gotta follow through. So I guess to list some examples, I think some of the projects that I'm more familiar with are from the Solana ecosystem. And when it comes to NFTs, they are actually very, very open to the idea of being very mimetic. So in a sense, they try to carry a very, very fun, engaging and funny persona. Even a founding team tends to be more fun in nature, or at least they try to appear to be. And I think some of these founders that have just shared their projects, they actually did a really good job putting, being that fun founding team that you want to present yourselves to your community. And if only with that kind of level of engagement can you really get the hype and the adoption you want for your NFT technology. Yeah. Thank you.
Super. So focusing on marketing, messaging, and branding.
Yep, that's right.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Patrick. Alex, you have a huge NFT portfolio.
Yeah, but actually, I would like to give just general advice. please don't afraid not to raise investment round, because if you focus on a really good product development and really interesting project with smart tokenomics, you'll definitely raise funds. Please just don't afraid to lose the moment. Don't get and don't try to get crazy money immediately, because our the best investments in our fund we've done it on the bio market. Yeah. So don't afraid to lose the moment, and it's much better to focus on a good product, your users, community, and etc. Yeah. If you take care a lot about your product, your token, etc., definitely you'll find good investors and smart money. It doesn't matter is it the bull run or bear market.
Alex, I love this. It's so inspiring at the same time. So thanks a lot. Indeed, in traditional VC sector as well, on the downsides, on the crisis times, the best deals are closed and the hugest XX profits are made by VC investors. So very good and inspiring advice. Thanks a lot, Alex. Tom?
Yeah, well, in line with your question, I think what's very important for projects is to not see other projects only as competitors. I think often people see themselves as being in a fight with other projects who are doing similar things. Instead, I think DeFi allows for a lot of collaboration and building on top of each other's services. So I think the projects who are able to integrate best with other projects and sort of combine their efforts will come out much better than those who are trying to sort of box themselves in and see them as enemies in such a way. So yeah, I think collaboration is much more important than trying to be sort of the best or reinventing the wheel on every aspect.
That is true, and we have seen a lot of projects with complementing business models.
Exactly, so there's a lot of overlap most of the time, and I think that's also important to search out those combinations.
That's cool. We can create even the whole ecosystem after the Shark Tank, yeah, with
exactly
all collaborations. Thanks a lot, Tom, for pointing this out.
No worries.
Thank you. Jason?
Yeah, so I thought Alex, Tom had great advice. Collaboration, definitely. I'd like to echo that sentiment. So I would invest more time in game theory, value capture within the token economy. The market tends to appreciate new things and new ideas. And so taking the time to actually flesh the game theory in your tokenomics out and making it more than just a subscription model or something basic where people actually want to interact and learn about your project or your protocol in order to use it. A little bit of it's marketing, a little bit of it's community growth, a little bit of it just keeps storing value, and it kind of gives you upward trajectory. So yeah, studying successful token models. I don't feel like enough projects put time into that.
Thank you, Jason. I know that not everyone has enough expertise in gaming theory in order to implement it properly, but that is why you need advisors guides and smart investors. But that is more than true than you just pointed out. Thanks a lot. And Ralf, Stan, you just finished your first NFT Red Diamond, which was sold for 100K, I guess. So your advice here.
Right. So it was not an integral part of our platform. It was part of a larger giveaway, but we built, let's say, a hybrid NFT with an art piece from a well-known artist, Boss Logic, and on the other hand, a very strong functionality from our platform. So it was also something, what is not so used, let's say, nowadays. I want to take up also the 2 points, mainly from Tom regarding collaboration, and Jason studying also successful token economics. I think these are very important points, and I would emphasize in general on that research point. So also in my entrepreneurial career, it really paid off to make a lot of research, before you are just jumping into something and you think, oh, that's the perfect idea, I have it now. But do a lot of research, Evolution is also one step at a time, making it a little bit better, next evolutionary step, And I believe this is pretty important, to do thorough analysis of what's there, what are key success criteria of projects that made it, that are successful, that raised funds, that have a thriving ecosystem and platform, and try to find out the main pain points. So the more you invest, I believe, at the beginning and also in that whole phase in that area, the more likely it will be that you will be successful. And also make these competitor metrics. I think this is really helpful, not only having a nice additional slide on your slide deck or pitch, but do this also for yourself, compare yourself, even if you say, there is no real 100% matching competitor, there are competitors, and even if you're matching it with non-blockchain ventures, match yourself, to other ventures, and this will make you better.
Yeah. I just can add, because to this great advices by other guys, try to find the right advisors. So try to find right people who can advise you, who can help you and guide you, who has more experience than you in specific fields, specific topics, because then you can prevent failures, right? So this is, I would say, very important part. So being a sole entrepreneur and fighting against the markets, it's pretty hard. So it's better to join ecosystem like InnMind, for example, and to find right people there. Also with the feedbacks. And because I love technology, I also advise you to try to iterate fast on MVPs. Try to make some MVP in addition to your pitch deck. Because if people see some substance behind the project, behind the purely marketing, you are trustful that you can execute. We are in a digital space and it's technology space, right? So we need to have both business and technology combined.
Perfect. Thank you very much. And by the way, regarding advisors, a lot of startups mix advisors and introducers. So advisors are not just the guys who are introducing you with investors or partners or business development deals, whatever. Advisors are those who enrich your expertise and actually bring the knowledge that you don't have in your core team. So they strengthen your team. So don't forget that. Thank you very much, Stan, Ralf, and thanks a lot to each and every investor. Jason, Tom, Yushan, Patrick, Alex, thank you. Thank you very much for your very smart ideas. And if you don't mind, after that, we will also cut all these pieces of advice and build one guide for NFT startups out of that. Helping them to survive on this volatile market. So right now we are finishing our session. I wish everyone a good day, good evening, and good night. And we are going to start introducing you with each other right now. I'm not going to sleep, promise, before I will do all the introductions.
Thank you, Nelly.
Thank you, Nelly.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Take care.